Cameron, we are here at SoFi Stadium with SoFi talking about financial wellness. What's interesting about your story is that you entered the league not just as a top draft pick, but already as a brand. At what point did you start thinking about financial responsibility and wellness?
Oh my gosh, I mean, it's so funny you bring that up. My dad is a finance guy. He was, just super committed to his job when he was a finance guy, and he was really committed to teaching me about money as well. So I feel like, I really remember those conversations start of high school, just really being smart about saving. You can never save enough, and he's more conservative than I am when it comes to money, but it's good. We balance each other out, so he helps me to this day, and I'm very thankful.
That's a good coach to have in your team, right? You also really were in that first generation of athletes to benefit from NIL, partnerships and brands. How did that kind of maybe change how you even navigated?
Yeah, NIL is still such like this crazy, amazing landscape. I think it's amazing that we get to profit, off of our likeness and our images now, but I think also it's tough when you're so young being able to balance the work and the school and the basketball of it all. But, I'm just super thankful I got to benefit from it. I think there's so many people before me that would have done so well with it as well. So I just try to be thankful for the trailblazers before us.
One of the kind of tropes that we hear a lot with athletes, especially in the world of basketball, is that you come into the league, you sign these colossal contracts, in the case of men, of course, and then you lose it all, right? So where do you start having those conversations about how to protect yourself financially?
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky to have been in a household where we've been just very open about money and what to do, best practices, all of that stuff. But I think, once I got drafted, I sat down with, a financial planning team and my family and my fiance, and it's just, about coming up with a plan and being prepared and making smart decisions and thinking about the future. But I think it definitely made a shift once I was drafted because, we're just really thankful and lucky to be paid for doing what we love. So it's great.
Did you reach out to any veterans, or did any veterans reach out to you and maybe offer some advice? If so, who gave you the best advice?
Yeah, I think my best advice came from my teammate, Dearica Hamby. She was just, always sounding like my father, just save, put all of every, new paycheck into savings and, just be smart about it. So she's just been, not just financially, but, life-wise, she's been great for advice.
Listen, I love seeing what is happening in women's basketball right now. It is incredible. And one of the things we get to see is you guys really take advantage of branding opportunities like in the world of fashion. Tell me a little bit about that. What do you say yes to? What are you looking for to add to your portfolio at this point?
Gosh, I think it's a great question. I love fashion. I could talk about it all day. It's been a really fun outlet for me to just express, who I am, outside of basketball, who I am off the court. So I'm just really thankful to work with some really amazing people that get to, help me mold like this future. I mean, after basketball, I would love to get into fashion in some capacity. So I'm just very thankful for the opportunities, and it just adds such a fun layer to my job.
And then we also are talking a lot about, parity, right? With what female players are getting paid. How does that factor into how you navigate financial wellness as well? Because you also get to be like a vocal spokesperson about, pay me what I'm worth too, right?
Just as much as my dad has been like this very vocal kind of North Star for me financially, my mom has been just the really encouraging voice in the background, which is, always told me, fight for more, you deserve more, know your worth. And I think that's a really important conversation to have right now, especially with, our new CBA that's being negotiated. So we deserve more, and I think it's just really important to look to the women before us. And I'm just really lucky to be honestly surrounded by Lisa Leslie and her presence at Unrivaled right now, and just knowing Cheryl Swoops, the Tamika Catchings, Dawn Staley, like the list goes on, and I really think it's important to just be aware of all the greatness before us. So they've paved the way for sure.
I love that you are focusing on who's paved the way before you. What message do you have to young women who are playing college basketball right now?
Gosh, I think it's balancing the fun of it all, but also knowing that, the hard work you're putting in will help everyone, that's younger than us, our daughters, their daughters. It's just special, and then just knowing how lucky we are to play basketball and inspire other people. So,
what message do you have for everyone who's paying attention to what's happening right now with CBA and WNBA?
Gosh, I mean, there's so much, and it's such a layered issue, but I would really just say to the fans and to the people that support us, just please continue that support and let us know that, we're valid in what we're asking for. I feel like as women, like we're made to feel bad about wanting more and advocating for more for ourselves, but, I think it's just so important to know your worth, and we know we're worth more. People genuinely really care about what we're doing, and they always have, but now there's just such a movement. So I think just the continued support is very important.